Okay, this is gonna be quite crazy, I imagine. A lot of questions that Remo was asking already. We have, oh boy, the orc in the yellow in the upper left-hand side, the man with the best headset on the planet. It's Fly. Opening with Farseer Headhunter against the newcomer in the scene in the past 5 years, I guess. Two-time WGL champion, WGTL champion. He's on the way to another final against a teammate of his. Is 1-2-0.
And in a lot of their recent series, actually, they haven't been playing much on Echo Isle, but if you go way back before that, then they did play a bunch on Echo Isle. And usually, Fly almost always went Blade Master first. Way back then. But in this game, I think he may be anticipating the Crypt Lords from 1-2-0, which is there. So he went with the Farseer. He's getting a second Barracks and the War Mill. Oh my god, he's going to go mass Headhunters after the initial grunts. And then just pressure a lot and maybe even Tower Rush, I think.
Ooh. Yeah, I think we can throw all the old statistics out the window. This might be the first time they meet in the Crypt Lord times, and very, very rare to see Asians with the TC Headhunters, and then even with double Barracks. There's gonna be a lot of Headhunters early, and super important first creep spot here for Fly and 1-2-0. Like yesterday, we've seen some crazy Farseer steals. Not happening here. Item on the ground. This is hype from the very first minute. Trying to get this ghoul. The wolves are chasing, splits them, puts more damage on the second ghoul, completely ignoring the beetles. How much damage can Fly do?
The micro from 1-2-0 is so good. Pulls back some of the ghouls with low hit points. Hasn't lost a single unit yet to this Farseer. He's triple faking the attack on the Trapper. Finally gets it. Just a little bit of experience away from level 2 now. A Headhunter almost caught a ghoul in the center, but that ghoul barely escapes now. And level 2 on the Crypt Lord here would be huge. There are corpses to work with to make some beetles. Also get some skellies. And he's working on getting an Arabian up so that he can expand immediately after.
Yeah, I don't think we promised too much. This is pretty hype from the very, very get-go. It is level 2, now Fly gotta be careful about these impales, but of course it's a big mana investment. Number of Headhunters will be rising very, very quickly. Reinforcements are coming in from 1-2-0. Still no Haunted Gold Mine. He wants to make damn sure that this area is protected before he goes for a second base.
Okay, I think it's about to be impale time here in a second. That Farseer needs to stay at max distance away from the Crypt Lord. There's a shop going up in the center. I wonder if Fly might Tower Rush eventually, or is it just going to be mass Headhunters? He sees that there is no gold mine right now, so he's probably very content with how this is going. He's definitely prevented that from going up early. And now he's going to rotate towards the main base. If he could get the Tombs of Relic, it would be pretty amazing, obviously. Then you can prevent more Roads of Necromancy from being bought. But there's so many ghouls moving in, and the real threat of Impale here. I think he might be about to be impaled here.
He's full mana as well. Pretty crazy. He was so conservative with his mana usage. He's powering up. We can feel it. Kamehameha coming in. Ghoul control, very, very good. He barely lost anything. This is just 24 experience on this Farseer. And Fly is pretty much all in with his strat, isn't he?
Yeah, 1-2-0 needs a Nerubian Tower here, maybe at the front, next to his crypt. There's so many Headhunters now. It's really getting tricky to fight effectively against this. He's going to try to get on top of some of those here. Take them out as soon as he can. Ghouls should start falling a little bit here, left and right. Really good micro from 1-2-0. Saves one more of those ghouls here, pulls it back. He's getting more acolytes in the meantime. That expansion is going to be going up in a second. And there is no peon movement across the map. It's just this big Headhunter attack without any towers going up.
Wow. And he's taking out more and more Headhunters here. There's one in the south with one. Fly is not getting the necessary critical mass up here. There's always a little bit of time to kill the ghouls, and that's of course to escape with the ghouls. There is a lot of corpse, and there's still so much mana. Feels like the Necromancer is finally mastering this Crypt Lord. There's more Impale. Nothing. Oh, he uses that. I think it's going for the units. Here's one with the skeleton. Almost gets the block out to kill the Grunt eventually. But Fly is banking on mass, but he doesn't have that ready yet.
Yeah, some wolves behind the gold mine were finally able to get a gold, but 120 has 37 supply against 34. He's got a ton of ghouls. He's now getting a graveyard. Still has his Tome of Relics up, so he can buy more Roads of Necromancy. And the double Nerubian Tower at the Expo makes him so safe as well. So Fly will just retreat, try and heal everything back up. And then I'm guessing re-attack the main base. I don't think the Expo is really attackable with those two Nerubians. Like, it would be so easy to repair against the Headhunter damage. But in the meantime, 120 is going to have enough time, I think, to secure that camp here, the Mercenary. Sees the movement of the Orc army. He has two goals actually kind of idled between both of his bases. Definitely needs to figure that out. Now he finally does. I cannot believe that 120... Is he underestimating this? He's teching. I feel like if he knew that he's just mass Headhunters like this, he might... Oh, 3 peons are leaving the main base of Fly.
Oh,
he wants to tower rush the main base.
Taker would be proud. There's a lot of damage now, and he finally takes out his first objective, that is the shop. He might even be able to kill the graveyard, but he's more bloodthirsty. He wants Chain Lightning to pressure more units to get some area of effect off.
Yeah, Beetles level 2 are going to come into play. I think 120 really wanted to wait to upgrade towers and maybe go for Spirit Towers instead of Nerubian, but now Big Impale is going to land. Beetles level 2 needs to come into play here. He still has a bit of mana to work with. Mercenaries, Warbot as well. The Forestral Shadow Priest goes down. Berserker is still going strong. The peons about to reach the main base of 120. Where does he tower? Maybe just inside of the range to shoot that crypt and altar, but then that wouldn't shoot at the main building.
He's going for a second crypt. Still no shop for 120. 3 Headhunters about to die, but so are the ghouls. It's a slaughter in 120's base. And of course, more and more corpses, more and more beetles. The powerful level 2 ones. Here are the towers. Good right clicks from the Crypt Lord, usually. And with the help of the beetles, he shuts down number 1. Probably shuts down number 2 as well. Headhunters have to move to the left-hand side, but there's still some damage on the field for Fly.
Yeah, he uses Burrow at the last second here on one of those beetles. The Fossa is actually already low. Definitely could go for some target on that. Crypto needs to be careful. He doesn't have a Temple. If he were to get surrounded here, it would be pretty bad because 120 has spent a lot of his gold already. But now the tower is so far away. There is no tier 2 from Fly, so it's not like he can go for Demolishers here and do a slow push. Like, he needs to be quicker with his tower rush. Trying to dive for some ghouls now.
There's spike barricades, by the way, so the ghouls and beetles will have a hard time tearing down these towers. Berserker is still a good objective. He gets more ghouls. That's level 3. Wolves, there's of course not going to be Dispel for a long time. So Wolves level 2, also a really, really good summon unit. But how long is this 2 base versus 1 base lasting? It feels like Fly is on a big timer here.
Yeah, he's got a few salves left, but some of the... Oh my god, he got ensnared on the bottom left by the Murloc camp. That one Skeleton has been chasing Headhunters with no hit points for like a really long time now. Finally gonna expire. Kind of funny that he went barricaded spikes, by the way. Maybe anticipating some sort of counter attack that would have helped against that, but didn't really come much into play, to be honest. Fly's in a world of trouble, even though he's got Farseer level 3, like the Expo from 120 is fully set up. And I honestly don't think that 120, unless he really messes up, he should never ever lose this game from here.
I agree. He's transitioning into Fiends. That makes everything a little safer. He has the front line with the beetles. 4 Headhunters about to die. Can the beetles reach? Not yet. He needs a ton of healing. So, what's next? We get a Slaughterhouse. We get a Necropolis at the south.
He's getting close to level 5.
Yeah.
And against this army, I don't want to imagine what Impel level 3 would do. Because I'm gonna get a panic attack.
Tons of kills. Still no tier 2. He's so committed. What can help him? Is there like Scroll of the Beast level 4? Is that even enough?
Yeah, Scroll of the Beast would have been nice here, I guess, with this army, but like, you can't transition out of this. That's the thing. He's just gonna keep up with the attacks. I think he's gonna go again. Like, he has to try and get a fight, the best fight that he can. Yeah. Which I think would be off Blight, ideally. But then it's for 120 to decide if he gives him that. Like, 120 could just fall back upon seeing this army, step on Blight, stay behind towers. The safer he plays, the better for him. He's starting to have a lot of Fiends. Crypt Lord has 1 single Impale available. Definitely needs to get, like, I think getting 2 mana potions here would be huge. He's getting a Tomb of Relics at the expansion. That might be the first thing that Fly clicks on.
That's exactly what's happening. You gotta be careful about this Crypt Lord, by the way. If he can attack something, he's already plus 17 and increased attack speed as well. Mana's not looking too great, and the Wand of Mana Stealing might be helping Fly big time here. Coil is ready now with the DK, and the Crypt Lord hits like a truck to steal from your sentences here.
Yeah, oh my god, 120 has so much supply. 58 right now to 37. Look at his supply. He's going through this army super quickly. As you said, the claws are adding up. Finally gonna reach Aura as well on the Death Knight. Saves the one Fiend at the last second. He's got +1 upgrade on those Fiends. And Fly is running out of units. He's running out of options. And he's almost out of this game. That's it. 120 goes up in the scoreboards quite convincingly after some great defense in game 1.
Sick game by 120. That double headhunter push, double Rax headhunter push is supposed to kill the undead. He went for it blindly. He was so sure it was going to be Crypt Lord Fast Expo. Indeed it was. I don't know how exactly 120 was able to hold that, and not just hold that. He was able to hold it pretty easy, to be honest. Maybe Fly made a few mistakes, but if they were there, they weren't very visible. He was trying to get lasted at the expansion. That's a really big deal. But 120 played around it perfectly. Something that undeads for a long time weren't very good at, but he is certainly good at it now. And Fly learns, well, the all-in push doesn't work. Time to shift gears, perhaps, in the following games.
Absolutely fantastic opening to the series. 120 with crazy micro. Fly with some special strategies. Maybe we get a more normal game here, but it's definitely not going to be easy. 1-0 for the Necromancer. Game 2 coming up. Map number 2 coming up here in our second semi-final. 1-0 for 120, and it looked damn scary. So, of course, here it is time to ask the man with a gold chain around his neck, with a tracksuit on, getting a little belly by now. If you take a look at the left and right hand sides, he's balding a little. Coach Remo, what advice do you have for Fly?
Yeah, you know, still have faith in Fly. He's sitting in the locker room right now with his head, with his shoulders slouched. His head is hanging down. He lost his confidence. This is where you build him back up. You're like, dude, you showed before you can do it. ESL, when he first showed the Crypt Lord, that was a really good game by 1-0. You know, we gotta be honest, he's a pretty good player, but that was Echo Isles. That's the easy map. That's where the Crypt Lord gets an expansion for free, but you know exactly what to do from here on out. And you're too good of a player to go all in. You don't need to. Tech at some point, go headhunters if you want, man. That's up to you. But tech at some point, apply pressure early. On Twisted, you can do this very well. There's going to be a very hard expansion to creep for the undead. And if it doesn't turn out to be an expansion, Farseer can still work. You're good here with tier 3. But most importantly, tech. Bring it late game. Don't go all in. Trust in your skills in the late game because you have them. You're the best Orc versus Undead player in the world.
Damn. That was strategic advice mixed with the intensity of a pep talk. If Fly is not ready now, I don't know if he ever was ready once in his lifetime. We move on to Twisted Meadows. Are you satisfied with that, Todd?
Yeah, honestly, he's. I feel like he's giving it all, and it really shows. That little speech here made King Leonidas' pep talk in 300 sound like the Teletubbies, right?
All right, we go into Twisted for the second time of the day. We see this a lot more in this playoffs than we used to. And this is exactly what Fly played against X-Lord, and this is what's becoming more and more usual sometimes when you're banking on the fact that there is a Crypt Lord, and you're sure that you can beat that Crypt Lord. It is Papa Roach on 1-0 side. Asia has finally caught up, and on the other side, Fly is reacting with a Farseer as well.
Yeah, I think this Farseer style usually should work pretty well if you can pressure accordingly, but position-wise, it's kind of tough. Looks like 1-0. Wait, is he really not even going to scout at all? He would just creep this. He found double critter, by the way. That's a double kill right there from the Acolyte headbutts. So he can get skellies plus beetles if he wants to create that camp up first. Fly hasn't scouted, by the way. What the... I guess he's going to send his Farseer across the map and then send wolves on the left and on the bottom right-hand side.
Yeah, exactly. You can split the wolves and then find the position.
But it would be too late to do damage to the creeping of this Expo, but it would show up as maybe it finishes. I mean, to be honest, you don't get the Crypt Lord instantly if you go for that build, because you have to go for the Crypt early. So I wonder if he can get there on time. Like, he will see the Blight and then immediately start heading to that location at the top, I'm guessing.
Yeah, this of course not too great for Fly. Cross position here on this position on Twisted. There's always so many critters, as you pointed out. So we have 2 skeletons, 4 beetles already before anything of value was killed. And Fly still, well, he has an idea now with the wolf scouting the main. Is he in time for something?
I love this, by the way. 1-0 pulled the aggro from his Crypt Lord, so he's making sure he doesn't tank too much damage with just the Crypt Lord, because then that could be under threat when the opponent shows up. Wolf gets ensnared. Can he get the experience from the Magi?
Yep.
Oh, I thought I was a steal for a second, but gets the Ghoul. Crypt Lord's gonna get level 2 in a second. That's almost unavoidable. And then Impel comes into play. That Farseer could be in danger.
Yeah, I don't think 1-0 would like to spend mana at the moment. He was very conservative with that on Echo, threatening us around here, though. It's already 52 experience for the Farseer, so it's a little better than it was on Echo. But the Ziggurat is finishing. Blight will spread. Oh, you were right! Impale immediately! That's the surround. He can't block that out, and he can't fight out either. Instant TP and Twisted is such a huge map that this makes all the difference in the world. He's so safe now.
Ooh, Fly kept the walls on this side. So if a gold mine was to start, or a haunted gold mine was to start now, he would just click on that and try and get the cancel. I think if 1-0 realized he was going to get that surround for sure, you might even have cancelled Nerubian here and then started the gold mine as soon as those walls are gone. But he's going to have the wood anyway in a second, despite not selling his altar. Talisman of Evasion is pretty nice, by the way, on the Crypt Lord, because sometimes you can tank with him a little bit extra on creeps. And prevent your units from taking more damage. Fly gets a Staff of Teleportation. He's gonna buy the Mercenaries, looks like. Wait, what?
Wait,
He's pulling them, but not sending anything.
Yeah, there's no follow-up. Something happened here still.
Yeah, he saw the creeping of the Crypt Lord, so he tried to interrupt. But Crypt Lord is now almost level 3. Oh my god, if that Surround would have gone through, that would have been huge. Crypt Lord makes it out. And now with those really easy green camps that he can get, that should be an almost unavoidable level 3 here coming up from the Crypt Lord. And this harass has really not done much. Lin predicted that he was going to meet Fly in the finals. So far, it's looking like 1-2-0 is running the show in this semi.
I definitely agree. He looks rock solid. Gets a couple of beetles or something.
Double Bestiary and Shadowhunter.
Is this Wyvern?
Yeah, I think Raiders also, like, you know, the opponent takes super late. So if you have Hex plus Healing Wave to work with, you can also click on a lot of the buildings, like go for the main base. Oh my god, that Farseer. He's gonna get impaled. I think he's gonna go down.
Steph!
That's never gonna happen.
Too powerful of a right click of this Crypt Lord, and this game derails hardcore for Fly. Nothing is working out. TP gone, hero gone, another grunt gone, and he couldn't even stop the expansion.
Yeah, he went for the dive and didn't even get the gold mine. Like, I think the word disaster does not even begin to describe how bad this game is going right now. He starts double Wind Rider. Actually, wait,
no.
Wind Rider and Snare.
Yeah. One Wyvern,
What?
maybe for creeping. He can't creep, right?
No. He's too aggressive because the opponent will never have Fiends with Web by this time, but he's gonna, I mean, if you're 1-2-0, you're gonna get a bunch of Spirit Towers. He made Graveyard before taking here. So he can get Spirit Towers. That second Ziggurat is very well placed at the Expo to get a Spirit Tower as well.
So far, pretty much a perfect game by 1-0. I think he lost the
Scouts
ghoul.
the double Bestiary.
Oh, he saw the Wyvern.
He's almost 4.
It's a Raider transition, though. So he might be tricking him into a lot of towers. And Spirit Towers are not that great against Raiders.
Yeah, I think you don't want to target the towers. Usually you want to target everything else. Like the crypt, the altar, maybe the Tomb of Relics. Fly played this so well when he played against X-Lord in WGL previously, but right now, 1-2-0 is getting away with everything. He's gonna get level 4 in one single creep here, 7 experience away. He's going for the lab.
It's unbelievable. He takes the biggest creep spots. He's going for the merchant. He's going for the lab. He got the vamp aura for the beetles and ghouls. He's just doing whatever he wants.
I don't know how Fly wins this. He needs to take a fight right now. And he needs to kill like so many ghouls to somehow have a chance. Killing the Shredder will be huge, actually.
Yeah, he's quite hurt. And it's 400 gold. So
double Scourgeborn Chime.
Here's Fly with the first end snare with Wyvern. And 1-2-0 decides to staff out.
Ooh, and snare on that. He's gonna get a Zep. I guess to evacuate maybe with a Shredder. I mean, right now he's trying to deal with the army, has to push back Fly. Fly gets level 2 on the Shadowhunter. Serpent Ward's going to work. That Wyvern cannot be countered. Crypt Lord being blocked a little bit. Oh my god, he's gonna go for the target.
So tanky,
What's
though.
the Zep? Where's the Zep? He's not buying a Zeppelin.
Not thinking of it so far. Serpent Wards were blocking a little. Again, another end snare. Is this Wyvern punish enough? Here comes the Hex. Raiders, Wolves, right clicks. He kills the Crypt Lord. Fly, you magician.
And now it's time to go for the altar. But he only has one single Raider. He's going for more ghouls. He can just keep playing around this. Okay, the Zeppelin, thanks to a Shredder, makes it to safety in the main base. There is no Spirit Tower there. Careful not to take too much. Oh my god, he's gonna lose the Raider.
Okay, first Gargoyle is coming. Crypt Lord once again in the Altar, revived. Trying to take out units. Works well with the Fiends. Wants to get rid of the anti-air. Weird that he goes 2 Fiends into Gargs. Maybe wants an immediate answer.
This is a sick Cryptjack and catch here. I think if 1-2-0 got a Zeppelin earlier, he would have been able to escape because there wasn't enough Raiders to ensnare the Crypt Lord plus the Zeppelin. So he could have just picked up and evacuated.
Yeah.
Player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, that's kind of true. We're getting close to level 3. A Fly turns around. He sees the Raiders here. And Crypt Lord back from the tavern finally.
Ooh, Raiders are pretty close. Could have been a sick catch.
Feels like every end snare is a kill here for Fly. Oh,
Yeah.
how the turntables.
Yeah, 120 is only on 36 supply. Usually when you see Undead expand this quick, the advantage that they're going to have is they're going to get a giant army that then just can't take any fights and win all of them. But Fly,
Are under attack.
so smart with the double bestiary, using Wyvern and Raiders here before this Undead army can really kick into... I cannot believe he might win this. Oh my god, he's pushing the Expo with
Yeah.
so many Raiders.
2 Wyvern there as well. One might die. The tower's really good against them. Good tower micro by 120, but the Spirit Tower is gone. That's pretty much free reign as the Gargoyle was been taken out as well by the Ensnare. So the
Cryptos is almost 5.
Crypt Lord has to do it
The
pretty
Frontier
much
stuck
on
between two
himself.
Acolyte unintentionally. Oh my god.
Oh. Is there a TP? No. There's a big healing though.
fading.
Can he fight out somehow? We don't have heal wave.
Okay, he's gonna pop the big Greater healing. Spirit Tower on the way. More Raiders coming in. Beetle's going to work the whole time here. Cryptlord is almost level 5.
Oh my
He's
god.
got a TP to get out if he needs to, but he's not the one in danger right now. This Farseer is gonna go down. He hexes the Cryptlord at the last second to not allow him to get the experience from the Farseer dying.
Highest level of play, but the pressure, it feels like 120 weathers the storm here. 40 supply, 47. DK is in with coils now and uses them aggressively, like a big middle finger up in the air. I don't need no healing here against you. I'm just gonna kill your stuff.
Yeah, Flies to retreat. Shadowhunter is level 3. He's gonna restart the Farseer back at home. He's spamming Raiders right now. Probably looking to try and use the mobility of his army. No tier 3 was ever started from 120. He could not afford to. He had to get more units here to make sure that he could survive. What a crazy game. Action-packed. Fly really trying to use the quick attack here with the Raiders and Wyverns. Gonna be able to catch one more of these Fins, but there's 2 more coming and there is Web now. Oh, actually, no, there isn't. It's about to finish.
Yeah, it's about to finish. He gets the Raiders around though. Oh, this is quite some losses here. Gotta be careful. There's another. Yeah, there is an Impale. And these Impales have been scary by 120. He hits them pretty much perfectly.
And now there is Web, and Fly is in trouble.
Yeah.
I think for him to win this, he has to hit and run like crazy. Just keep going for the main base, speed scroll out, expands. In a straight up fight, he's gonna have almost no chance. And 120 is looking to creep, extend his leads, and then attack with a big army and just win the game.
Yeah, you need to force TP somehow, drain the economy, trying to do some damage here and there, get a little ahead with Pillage maybe even. And Pillage is ready, so Fly, of course, with all his experience, knows exactly what to do, but gotta wait for the Farseer. Almost done.
I cannot believe that the Farseer got stuck between 2 Acolytes mining.
Yeah.
Like, these guys didn't even need to attack. They're just here mining next to him. They're like, yep, you're stuck between both of us. He tried to stuff out. Impale was there. What a crazy game. I really thought Fly was out of it as well after he suicided into the Expo without even cancelling it. But that Creepjack at the top really brought him back in it, but now it feels like 120 is assembling a very strong army. He's got an escape possible with a Town Portal. Amulet could come in handy as well.
Yep, you got that against Hex. That is absolutely wonderful. What's next? We have a TP, we have a speed, we have 2 speed scrolls and a staff. Lots of raiders. No upgrades, but the devotion aura is helping Fly. No tech. Oh, not even a war mill, so no upgrades possible. He's trying to brute force this as we get banshees by 120.
The player's forces are under
That's a lot of raiders. Oh my god. So he's gonna get out. Does he even need to speed scroll? I don't think so necessarily. Catches his statue as well. Okay, speed scrolls out. And now this is really awkward for 120 because if he chases his army, he might have to fight in the open. But
Yeah,
he might
you
be
don't
confident enough with the mana that he's got against just pure raider.
So this was a statue, and this was a fiend. There's another statue and snare to you. Wyvern positioning is great. Wolves take it out. He gets the building with the raiders with that. Oh yeah, lift
my
me
God.
up. That was pretty sick. A Lich would be amazing as a follow-up, but he's not even at Black Citadel. It's just
He's
tier
trying to
2.
go. He's trying to go for the Hall of the Dead in front of the Undead army. What are you doing, Fly? You should have TP'd out of there. He has a TP, but he's gonna lose everything instead.
This is a greedy play. This has to work, otherwise it's just suicide, as you say. 38 supply only. And there is repair. No ensnares flying. He's got a TP out now, but what a misplay this was. He did so well until he didn't.
Yeah, he lost so much here. Tier 3 on the way now for Fly.
Wow.
I mean, that's going to be a weird backup plan here to try to go back into that. It cannot even afford a town portal. And now 120 is so confident. He doesn't even buy a town portal himself. He's getting banshees.
Player's forces are under
It is only tier 2 though, so no lich, no possession, no orb, no destroyers.
Yeah, he's going for a sacrificial pit. I think Shade and having the info of where the orc is at all times is going to be super important here. Oh, he burrowed before the ensnare was thrown at Beetle.
It's pretty good. Okay. Level 4 Farseer is close, then Chain Lightning. Maybe that helps for another base race.
Crypt load, by the way, 4.5. Sorry, 5.5. So
Okay.
closing in on that ultimate.
Reinforced defenses just started. I think you would rather go Impale 3. It should be stronger than the ultimate by now.
a player's forces
Still no
are under
tech.
attack.
120 not fully mining in the base, but I guess that's fine. Only one speed scroll. Is he ready for another run by?
Yeah, 120 playing it safe, by the way. Like, he's repairing the Hall of the Dead fully with one of his acolytes. And he's about to hit those burrows before Reinforced is finished, even though
Yeah.
Reinforced is like, what, 20 seconds away from finishing. If he can kill like 1 or 2 before that's done, that's a very big snipe here.
The Banshee's, by the way, is super smart against this base raid. He can just curse all the raiders. Oh, actually, the timing works out. He can just curse the raiders and then they don't do much damage anymore. Only the staff force. He's going for the Halls of the Dead again. I think he tried to fake and now comes in with a real army. Yes, he does. Hex against the Impale. And he gets out without any
Oh
kills.
my god.
Sick.
There was not the mana for an Impel, actually. But if there had been and he went through, there would have been a hero surrounded almost certainly.
True. So let's go for the expo. Try to do some damage there. Fly will be forced into a town portal. Will he overcommit once again?
Yeah, he can't stay too long here. If he loses like 3 raiders, this is pretty bad. He does have pillage, so he's actually getting gold from this. Look at his gold. Oh my
Yeah,
god. Rich.
he's getting a lot. Also from
Farseer is low.
Oh
my god.
TP!
Oh my god, he's the one with the TP. Okay, that's it.
What
That's a 2-0. What
the
is going on?
hell was that? Well, it's a 2-0 for 1-0.
Whew, what a crazy game. 120 is just so good at pulling off this expo. He has really mastered it. Where many other undeads expose a weakness and a crack in the shield, he doesn't. That Farseer die, very questionable. When he killed the Crypt Lord, maybe that was his way back into the game. If then, right there, he techs into tier 3, goes triple hero, counter expand, maybe that can work, but then he overextended again. Fly showing some mistakes there. Mistake that you can't afford today against 120.
He seems unbelievably strong and unbelievably Farseer and cheese-proof. Mass Headhunters couldn't beat him. Mass Raiders couldn't beat him. Even getting heavily Creepjack couldn't beat him. So, Fly, you're with your back against the wall. You need to reverse sweep a former 2-time world champion. Not the easiest task, but, you know, with Fly, nothing's impossible. Map 3 in 3 minutes. Here we are, 3 match points in a row for 1-2-0 against Fly. Remo, you gave your strategic advices. You gave the man a pep talk, and it all didn't work. We need Fly on steroids right now. Get the juice.
Yeah, it's going to be a very different map. Should be a very different game. TM, the biggest map. Now AZ, the smallest map. This map is supposed to be impossible for Cryptlord. So we're expecting DK Fiends. But then again, it's 1-2-0 with a 2-0 lead. So who the hell knows what we're going to be getting here?
It's going to be a very different game. It should be a very different game. It shouldn't be a Cryptlord game. It might actually be a Blade Master game. Fossey is actually playable there as well. Fly, you need to switch gears, man. You need the Fast and Furious Nitro extra boost thingy. You need to switch everything up. Otherwise, we get Lin versus 1-2-0. What's left in the tank, Todd?
Hopefully some more solid performance from Fly, because, you know, you say he needs the Fast and Furious, but I think he's not so much ride or die as he's been ride and die in the last 2 games. So he needs to play a little more solid. Yeah, I expect to see maybe a more standard game here on Amazonia, but let's see. It's definitely one of the better maps for Orc to keep tabs on the opponent, not let them creep too much. An action-packed map where you know the opponent, where you know where the opponent is at all times. You can fight a lot, and that lends very well to his style. He likes fighting, but he was not really fighting on very good terms on the previous map because he had to run to the other side of the map. He got there very late. The opponent started pretty much with level 2, and then he was just a disaster.
Okay, Blade Master it is. In the entire series, Fly didn't lose his Blade Master yet. Maybe it's about time. And oh my god. I couldn't really believe my eyes when I looked into the Undead base. But it's a Crypt Lord on Amazonia. This is like, how do you do that?
Yeah, there's this very weird dynamic where people think that because the map is not technically good for it, because it's not easy to expand, nobody will go for it. So if you go for it, your opponent will be really shocked and they might not be ready because you're not really supposed to go for that. So I wonder exactly how 1-2-0 plays it, and by that I mean, does he expand or not? Like, there is a chance he could just creep level 2, pull the creeps away at the expansion, and then creep that as well. And if Fly was to misread the situation and not be ready for that, that would be very bad.
Yeah. The thing is, here with this Orc build, with the 1 burrow, you can't really scout. So, it's still a small map, and the Blade Master, if he's harassing, he will see it soon. But how do you even do that? How do you play this Crypt Lord here? There's one
Just the
critter.
one scouting acolytes. Is he actually... No. Is he gonna crypt the expo straight away?
What?
Yeah!
Are you joking me? With 2 beetles. He's sending in 3 ghouls.
What?
And
the
Fly
heck?
didn't even scout.
Okay. This is new. How is this possible? Level 2
is making Undead great again in Asia, by the way. Like, he's in semi-finals of WCG. Here, he may be able to go to the finals. For the longest time, we talked about how Undead is always doing really well in Europe. It's the dominant race there. Not necessarily in Asia, but 1-2-0 is definitely changing that right now. Creeps the expo. How easy of a creep was that? He didn't even take that much damage on the Creep Lord. He gets a great Amana, the best item that he could have gotten from this.
Yeah.
Has corpses to work with, has easy camps to fall back to behind this. But we have a Blade Master with double circlets. And this one will not want to be suiciding anytime soon. Oh, he doesn't go to the expo. Fly wants to creep the Mercamp.
He doesn't expect this trickery. Okay, one of the biggest items here. He knows that 1-2-0 loves to go for them with a double circlet. He might be able to go for this. It's not looking... Oh, well, he's gonna get it. But Lighthorn of Stormwind, alright. Level 3 for the Crypt Lord. Fairly easy to pull off here.
Does Blade see the Blight? I think he was barely outside of the range.
Oh no!
To see the Blight
didn't.
at the expansion, he would have known immediately if he saw that.
Yeah, you would never expect. You would never expect this.
A player's forces are
It's one of those moments too where if you see the Blight, you immediately think, "Oh no, you didn't."
Yeah. Oh, can he steal it? Not yet. Can he prevent
That's level
level 3? He needs.
He's gonna get level 3. Oh my god.
Can he prevent it? This apprentice wizard. That's level 3. Oh, he can't. This is nuts. He saw it now, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the Nerubian tower is already up though. What can he do? There's a dust. Oh, Fly, not now. If there were ever a time not to suicide your blade, it's now, mate. You're down 2 games.
There's Impale. There is... Okay. Is that dust? Yeah, there's dust. You said it.
Uses the dust now. There is Impale available. He's trying to go for it. Where's the Impale? Oh, he didn't use it. Oh my god. He's a merciful god. He wants us to go into more maps, maybe.
He kind of went for it, right? The animation was there, and then somehow it didn't. Maybe he canceled it or something.
Stepped out of the range, but I think he still would have gone through. I think maybe he thought like he wasn't that likely to kill it because he would have only stunned it for a short time, and then he would have kept on running away while being wind-walked. So you don't want the blade to escape on 1 HP. And so he was like, I saved my gold mana already, that's good, I'll save my mana as well.
Yeah. Okay, we got tier 3 plus Torrent Totem. No raiders this time, or not yet at least. A little bit of creeping, Blade Master close to 3. Grunt still on the field, but what do you do against this expansion?
I think he's gonna counter expand with a tiny Great Hole. Like the fast tier 3, he's gonna do the style where you get walkers to counter the Crypt Lord entirely.
Blade Master still couldn't get level 3. That's level 3 now. Oh, surrounded the Crippy. There's no TP, no staff.
Yeah, that would have been really bad to get that fully surrounded. 1-2-0 quite confident the way he's playing here. Oh, he traps a grunt.
Oh, nice. But he's losing 2 ghouls for it. It's...
I mean, to be honest, he could get a Shredder again, and then have Infinite Wood, and then just fight with a lot of the ghouls.
Yeah, it was a good one. Can he get out, though? He has to fight.
Oh no,
out.
He has no mana?
Uh-oh.
Not like
oh,
this!
no.
Not now.
Fly! This time the Impale hits, and of course it happens. And the Grunt goes down as well. Everything down the dumpster for Fly. Tavern Revive, so expensive while he's up against an expansion. Too risky. And here's the Shredder.
Oh, Fly. If there were ever a time not to lose your blade, this was it. This is extra experience on the Crypt Lord. You're on 1 base against 2.
Yeah.
Going for an instant revive on a hero level 3 is gonna ruin his economy entirely. Even though he's already got a walker on the way, that means he cannot get any additional units here for a while. How is he gonna be able to afford Tiny Great Hole? And 1-2-0 is the one that's creeping in the meantime. He's already so rich. He's gonna get even more gold from that. He's gonna get level 4 very safely.
He has absolutely no respect for Fly's half of the map. Like, okay, if you suicide everything, I'm gonna take your real estate. And that is creeps. Crypt Lord, great progress. Blade Master steals this one. Don't tell me. Oh. Was a little too...
Crypt Lord gets out just before the shadow would get there. It's crazy how it feels like they know everything sometimes, despite not seeing the whole map like us. Like, really, really great time to get out here from 1-2-0. That Sentry Ward is going to be quite amazing, actually, against Burrowed Beetles here. Should be able to clear that out. But yeah, Fly's kind of broke. He can't really afford the Tiny Great Hole right now, even though he really would like to expand, I'm sure.
Double Crypt, Slaughterhouse, DK. Is it once again the new found love for the tier 2 with Banshees for 1-2-0? The only undead who abandons tier 3. Just going a whole different approach about this, or about a lot of matchups these days. Yeah, how do you get this Tiny Great Hole? How can you ever afford the Tiny Great Hole without being flooded by the Crypt Lord?
Yeah, I think he's just gonna save gold here for a little bit and then go for it. Doesn't really have a choice. Drops the Sentry Rod at the Expo. Double Mantle on the Shadow is always nice to have. And obviously that Blade's got good items too, but this Crypt Lord scares me. Level 4.3 already, the Greater Mana was preserved. 1-2-0 is going into Death Knight, Fiends, adding Slaughterhouse. He's delaying the tech a little bit, and he's already dropping a Temple at the Expo. He might just stay tier 2 entirely, because if he goes tier 3, then he gives enough time to the Orc to set up the Expo and benefit from it. Oh my god, he gets the Sobi Mask on the Crypt Lord.
The balls, right? He saw that the Orc army is coming on the left-hand side. He distracted a little. He still crept it super fast, gets the Sobi Mask, buys more time. It is a Tiny Great Hole now, okay, but 1-2-0 is going to be at 65 supply in no time.
Yeah, this timing is going to be absurd. And actually, like, I agree with not going tier 3 here. I think he should just get a ton of units, attack the Expo, not give the Orc time to kind of come back in this game. But Shadowhunter is getting pretty close to level 3 here. If he's able to get that and has Healing Wave level 2, maybe that blade can help clear out a lot of this. But 120 is staying on 50 here for a little bit. He's getting one additional Zig. I think he's trying to save for a second and then go for the upkeep break and then go.
This is gonna be
Shadow gonna get 3.
scary. How can he prevent this push from hitting him too hard? He is tier 3, still producing new grunts. There's no raiders, no Kodos, no wyvern, only walkers, not even Tauren.
120 might even send a shredder. That would be insane. But yeah, Banshee is gonna be really, really good here to be able to work with. Summons at the Expo gonna be disenchanted. And he's trying to get a Cryptjack here. There is some Impale available. There is still a greater mana, which is super scary. Like multiple Impales in a row would be quite deadly. Does he just TP out?
No,
he could buy mercenaries as well.
Don't think you want to stack your supply. I think you can just fight this. The Crypt Lord is powerful enough. Mana's looking good. Healing is there. There's curse on the blade.
Chieftain is out.
Can he swing that? Okay, Impale number 1. Is he just aiming? Oh, he's not aiming for the heroes. Nice heal wave. Prolonging the death of the grunt for a little bit. Stump hits everything pretty much. But the DK is ready. He wasn't affected by that. And lack of Orb of Lightning, man. Okay, it's ready now. Maybe a couple of lucky purges. He's aiming for the DK.
Yeah, the Tauren Chieftain still has a Stomp. Kind of saving that for a second.
Oh,
120 must be really surprised because he was going to do a timing anyway, and now he has the Orc attacking into him. This could play in his favor here, big time. The ghouls at the Expo killed a whole bunch of the Pians.
Oh, blade! Not good! Invul!
Woo! Okay, well, that was not supposed to happen either. But yeah, ghouls in the expansion are going to kill that burrow. Fly moves back in position to try and save that, but this timing is going to be huge. There's so many Fiends. That greater mana is popped in advance. There's going to be multiple Impales to work with here for 120. He's taking to tier 3 in the meantime. 69 supply to 47.
This timing is so good. This timing is so sick. The Blade Master is ultra hurt. The Shadow Hunter doesn't have the most mana at all. Like 1-2 heal waves, maybe. Still makes it work with the Banshee here. Blade Master will be disabled for most of the time. There is the spell, okay, but only 2 walkers. 50 supply against 70. Is it just an overwhelming undead 3-0ing Fly here?
That Blade Master trying to go for the backline here, getting the statues out of there. Big Stomp lands in the middle of everything. He's trying to go for the Death Knight. Does 120 TP? Does he let the Death Knight die? He's going to TP out at the last second after killing almost the entire army of the Orc player here. There's only 4 units left with those heroes. And Beetle's still going to work in the meantime on those peons. The economy of Fly took a big hit.
At the Expo. That was a massive disenchant. Fly immediately reproducing. Headhunters are coming. We saw the first Tauren. Is he getting there? Is he stabilizing, I question. Still no level 5 Crypt Lord. Lost a lot of items here. Buys new ones. Heal potion, mana potion, invo potion. Tier 3 is about to be done though. Maybe 120 should wait a little until tier 3 has paid off.
Yeah, he needs to go for the Death Knight again, but this time there is an invuln on top of the Town Pole that 120 rebought. And at this point, there's just so many Fiends. Like when he eventually adds the Lich with Orb, it's gonna be insane, this army. How much can Taurens do? Oh, rather Tauren is just a single one right now. And there's already Banshees, like it's scary thought.
They are not master though, so they won't be possessed. They can be revived, of course, but it's always feeding experience. That TC, only level 1. Glad that he has a ring, otherwise he would be dead already. Oh, actually able to get away. The curse on the Blade Master is game-breaking good.
It finally gets the statue here in the back. Tauren Chieftain running very low. That's the last heal before he would have to use the mana potion. Tauren going down very quickly here. I mean, magic damage does extra on those Taurens. The Chieftain, where is the heal? Just at the last second, but he's still gonna go down, I think, as it gets targeted by everything. Crypt Lords. That Sobi mask value has been insane this entire game.
Fly is trying so hard. He's throwing everything at 120, but he has to realize that this is enough. 120 3-0s the strongest Orc versus Undead player in the world. And is making a damn big statement here in the semifinals.